The man simply leaped from a high-rise building. After his death, the Grim Reaper threw him back into the mortal world, forcing him to experience 11 cycles of death and reincarnation. If he could somehow survive these 11 deaths, he would be allowed to take over the original host's life and continue living. His first host happened to be an extreme skydiving enthusiast. Suddenly, a flood of memories rushed into the skydiver's mind. It turned out this skydiver was attempting to break a Guinness World Record, jumping from 30,000 feet without a parachute, needing to land precisely in a safety net on the ground. If successful, he would receive a $3 billion cash reward. This challenge was being broadcast live globally by major media outlets. This sudden turn of events shocked both the livestream audience and the event organizers. Soon, the man awakened in hell, but the Grim Reaper fired a second shot at him. His second host was a student. From the host's memories, the man learned this was a frequently bullied kid. So during lunch in the cafeteria, he fiercely fought back against the school bully, humiliating him in front of everyone. Unfortunately, that very night, he was killed in retaliation by the bully. When he awakened in hell again, he angrily approached the Grim Reaper, but the Reaper simply sent him back to the mortal world once more. This time, the man's host was a professional assassin. Several burly men had tied him to a chair, constantly interrogating him about the whereabouts of $10 billion. Just then, memories flooded his brain. It turned out that the crime boss had been regularly beating his wife, and the hitman had witnessed it all. Faced with the woman's desperate pleas, his soft heart got the better of him, and he fled with her and the gang leader's $10 billion. But the gang boss had discovered everything. After taking out everyone, he rode off on a motorcycle to reunite with the boss's wife. However, just then, the woman suddenly asked him where the $10 billion cash was hidden. Without hesitation, he said the money was stashed at the docks. But when he turned around, the woman was pointing a gun at him. When the man awakened again, he angrily cursed the ungrateful woman. But just as the Grim Reaper was mocking him, the man smiled. It turned out he hadn't revealed the exact location of the $10 billion, meaning he could retrieve the money through his next host. The Grim Reaper had overlooked this detail and proceeded to kill the man again. However, what the man didn't expect was that his next host would be a prisoner. From the memories, he learned this body's owner was a fighter from an impoverished background who owed massive debts to loan sharks. Just when he was struggling to repay his debts, a lawyer approached him. The lawyer explained that a rich kid had hit someone with his car and wanted the fighter to serve time in his place. In exchange, he would receive $200 million. What he didn't anticipate was that on the day of the trial, news came from the hospital that the injured girl had suddenly died. This changed his sentence from months to 2 years. However, this very day was the day of his release from prison. Faced with the lawyer's previously promised huge compensation, the man flatly refused because he didn't want any connection to this body's past. But what he didn't know was that all of this had aroused the suspicions of the wealthy heir and the lawyer working behind the scenes. Using his memories, the man found the hidden $10 billion. But on his way home, someone quietly followed him and stabbed him multiple times. This person was the father of the girl who had been killed years ago. Just as the father was about to deliver the final blow, the man revealed the truth. Upon hearing this, the father immediately demanded to know who the real killer was. Just then, footsteps approached from the distance. It was a fellow inmate who had been released with him. Just when the man thought he had escaped disaster, the fellow inmate revealed an evil smile. It turned out he had been bought off by the lawyer long ago.